you have cash or not for the down payment, ataupun satu lagi, do I want to use my saving for this purchase or not. So if possible, kalau you nak beli kereta, you buat saving untuk kereta. Itu maksud dia. You don't use saving for other reason to buy your car. Yeah. And in fact, you memang kena buat. Kalau you nak beli kereta, buat saving kereta. Nak beli rumah, buat saving for house. Yeah, so that you know, if you want to buy a car, for example, you need to dump in at least 10%. So dah ada dalam the saving tu. Okay. So no problem lah. Itu maknanya maksud saya saving di sini adalah saving that you keep for other reason. Maknanya you can use that. Does this purchase fit my budget? Okay. So how much do you put for your car? For example, how much you budget every month for your car? Yeah. To buy a car. Berapa banyak letak dah sekarang ni dah berapa banyak ada. Kalau dah ada 40,000 for example, okay, then look at the type of car that you want to buy. If the car is very expensive, then think many times lah, because your budget is only that amount. Okay, tapi kalau you dah focus, normally if you do financial planning and you focus on buying that particular car, for example, Azia lah, for example, ya. You notice that you dah letak dah berapa banyak you nak beli kereta tu, berapa banyak kan. So you dah dah simpan sedikit-sedikit for how many years. So when the time comes, at least half of the amount you have already kept. You have already saved. Let's say like Azia. Azia berapa harga? Harga Azia berapa? Saya pun tak tahu sangat. Azia berapa harga? Kelas? Hello kelas?
Yes, madam.
Berapa? Berapa?
Tak sure.
Tak sure. Saya tak sure.
30 ada.
Berapa?
30.
30.
Ribu.
Dalam 30,000 itu yang the lower end lah ya. Okey lah, lebih kurang 30. So kalau you dah keep 40,000, you can buy for cash. Ikutnya. Tapi you are not advised to do that. Ya. Apa yang you boleh buat ialah you dump in a lot. You put instead of 10%, you put 30%. Which means that will reduce the amount that you're going to pay monthly, and juga that will lengthen the repayment period. So instead of you're paying for 7 years, for example, you can pay for 5 years. Okay, jadi you have to be smart lah. So these are the things that you have to look at before you make your purchase. Or could I use the credit I'll need in some better way? Okay, so instead of buying the car, can you use the money for other reason? For a much more important reason? I don't know. It depends on you. If you think that getting married is a lot more important than buy a car, then go ahead and get married. Itu example dia lah. So now you have to look at your priority. Okay, and can I postpone this purchase? If I don't buy the car now, what will happen to me? Do I have to use public transportation to go to work, or can I borrow my father's car? Okay, so if you still have other alternative, you may actually want to postpone the purchase. Okay, what are the opportunity cost of postponing this purchase? So kalau you decide to postpone buying a car, apa yang you boleh guna duit tersebut untuk apa? Apa opportunity cost dia? Opportunity cost ni selalunya kan, you take one and you let go the other one. So you can actually, macam saya kata tadi lah, you can actually use the money to get married. So itu dia punya opportunity cost you. So you you let go of buying the car, but instead you can actually get married. So which is actually depends on what are your priority in your life. Okay, yang ni tak perlu kita tengok, tapi kita tengok cost of bankruptcy in Malaysia. Yang ni pun saya lupa lah. So, ini mesti yang earlier lagi. Less than 2012. You notice that, nampak tak? apa ni, the process of bankruptcy, itulah 2012 ya. From 2005 to 2012, car loans, others, kat sini ada next one, yang ni semua kurang ya, tapi you notice that car loans, now car loans pula. Okay, so yeah, in the early days dulu 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, ini adalah the period where government were too concerned on how people spend. Yeah, because they keep on spend but they don't know, yeah, how to manage their debt. Yeah, because yeah, when you keep on spending, yeah, macam saya kata lah, you normally, yeah, at times you don't use cash money, but instead you you buy through installment, yeah, which is not advisable, because if you keep on doing that, maknanya you are increasing your debt level. Okay, so yeah, however, ini adalah some of the advantages of credit. Walaupun yang saya cakap tadi semuanya nampak macam sangat the bad side of credit, but we still have the advantages of credit. Contohnya, the first one adalah the current use of goods and services, which means that you can actually get whatever that you want, yeah, through using credit. Permit purchase, sama lah ni, permit purchase government funds selalu. Yeah, you can buy the goods that you want, the item that you want, even though you know that you don't have enough money, or you have less money in your bank, yeah, or in your account, or in your pocket, yeah, because now you're using credit card. Here we are talking about using credit card, yeah. So if you use credit card, you still can use credit card as long as you make payment. Right? Every month you make payment, you still can use your credit card. And a cushion for financial emergency, yeah, you can go to the bank, yeah, in the middle of the night, even though okay, contohnya kan, kalau macam you don't have any money lah, macam saya kata tadi, yeah, you still can go you still can go and withdraw money from your ATM machine, yeah, from the ATM machine in the middle of the night. Yeah, sebab takkanlah you nak ketuk rumah parents you to ask for money, or takkanlah you nak ketuk rumah relatives you and ask for them to share you, to spare you some some money, well, which is not good. So you can always refer to credit card, because you can actually withdraw money from the ATM machine using your credit card. Yeah, and also convenient when shopping, because by using credit card, normally kita panggil plastic money. So you only bring the card instead of you bring your cash money. Yeah, so you can go to the shopping outlet, and then you can actually swipe the card, when shopping. And also needed for hotel car reservation and shopping online. Yes, if you do shopping online, you need to have card. And begitu juga dengan car reservation ataupun hotel reservation, you need to have your card. Cuma kalau you buat shopping online, kita ada alternatif. Selain pada credit card, apa yang kita ada? Apa? Selain pada credit card, kita ada?
Banking.
Apa dia?
Online banking.
Tak dengar sangat.
Online banking.
Okay, boleh itu alternatif you kan, you buat online banking. You can use your debit card, kan? Cuma di sini if you make hotel reservation for example, okay, bolehlah juga guna lagi your card, your debit card, or when you do car reservation pun boleh juga guna credit card. Cuma if you go overseas, you tak boleh guna debit card dah. But instead you have to use your credit card. So that's why it's important for you to have at least one credit card with you, at least. Because in my case, for example, saya memang ada credit card satu sahaja. Sebab saya dah pernah ada banyak credit card, dan saya dah pernah guna credit card, dan dah pernah rasa the bad side of using credit card. saya dah rasa semua tu, cuma sekarang ni saya rasa I still need to have one card in case I really need the card, then the card is there. Sebenarnya tak perlu pun rasanya because now anak-anak saya pun dah besar semua benda. Saya dulu perlukan kad sebab saya selalu pergi ke tempat anak saya belajar dekat overseas. Jadi saya perlukan kad tu untuk make airline reservation. Sebab airline reservation normally kita kena guna credit card lebih mudah daripada guna debit card. Sometimes boleh tapi sometimes tak boleh, susah. Credit card very selective. Dulu saya ada other card, saya ada Standard Chartered, saya ada Harish P card, saya ada several lah. Okay, yang tu lagi mudah untuk go through. When I did my airline reservation. Tapi kemudian tu saya dah cut off, yang ada cuma Bank Islam card. Bank Islam card dia susah sikit nak buat all this transaction because normally saya rasa because Bank Islam doesn't encourage people to make purchases lah kot. Saya rasa lah. Jadi itu adalah antara, tapi this are the advantages if you have the card with you. But on the other hand, these are some of the disadvantages. Satu ialah you tend to overspend, definitely lah, because now you don't bring your money but instead you bring your card alone. So when you bring your card, you have to remember when you get your card, bank dah assign dalam card tu berapa ribu ringgit that you can use. Ini dipanggil sebagai line of credit. And this line of credit depends on the kind of card that you have with you, that bank willing to give to you. Now sometimes you don't have to apply. Bank bagi saja sebab nama you dah ada dalam sistem. Mereka dah tahu you kerja kat mana, you buat apa semua, you punya income lebih kurang berapa banyak. So they will straight away send to you, contohnya gold card. Okay, so my Bank Islam gold card for example, the limit is 8,000 ringgit. So I cannot exceed the limit. So if I exceed the limit, I cannot use anymore lah card tu until I finish off the all ataupun half of the payment, then only I can use the card back. Itu sebagai kita panggil sebagai revolving. Kita revolve balik dia punya jumlah tu kepada jumlah asal, barulah kita guna balik. Okay, so there is a temptation to overspend because you don't bring your money, and because of that you don't feel the loss if you don't use the card. You tak ada rasa pity sebab you tak nampak duit mengalir keluar. Kalau you nampak duit mengalir keluar, you akan rasa macam you don't want to spend. Sebab one day you can spend 100, 200, 300. But if you use a card, you just swipe aja. Okay, and also failure to repay loan may lead to loss of income. Ini yang a situation where you cannot cannot pay the installment anymore. Okay, so if you fail to pay the installment, then you may be declared bankrupt. Itu the harsh part of using credit card. Ataupun it does not increase the purchasing power. You assume when you buy whatever that you buy, it looks like you have the purchasing power. While the rest of us cannot make any purchases in the middle of the month, you still can make the purchase because you are using your credit card. You're not using money. Mungkin you dah tak ada duit masa tu, tapi you still have the card. So you can use the card, but it does not mean you are actually increasing your total purchasing power. Sebabnya it means that you still make loans with the bank because at the end of the month you you have to pay off your obligation. Okay, and credit cost money, definitely. Credit cost money because if you fail to pay on time, then they will charge you penalty. You can't pay all, you pay only a minimum amount, you will be penalized also. So at the end of the day, you have to pay so many charges. That's why dipanggil credit cost money. Okay, so these are the two type of consumer credit. Kita ada open account credit dengan close end credit. Open account credit, credit card, charge card, retail card and revolving card. Dan untuk satu-satu ni kita akan bincang. Untuk loans ataupun close end credit, kita ada loan. Loan adalah close end credit. So loan yang kita akan tengok adalah personal loan, car loan, education loan and mortgage loan sahaja. Saya actually rasa macam sangat saya punya mouth saya ni dia asyik nak macam nak berubah-ubah je. Ya, saya macam rasa macam quite uncomfortable dengan apa ni saya punya mouse ni. Kita apa kita tengok dulu macam mana ya. Untuk close and credit ni saya dah nyatakan just now is a one time loan ataupun is a loan actually for specific purpose, specific reason. Maknanya when you make loans, there must be reason for you to make loans. You can make personal loan, you can make housing loan, you can make automobile loan. And these are all for specific reason that you pay back in a specific period of time and in payments of equal amounts. Okay, so kita ada mortgage, automobile and installment loan for furniture. Yang biasanya kalau loans ni kita ada yang saya nyatakan just now lah, all the four loans tadi. Tetapi untuk open end credit, kalau close end credit referring to loans, open end credit adalah credit facility offered by retailers or financial institution which allow the customer to borrow up to a predetermined amount to pay for purchases. Yeah, it's a credit facility offered by retailers or financial institution which allow the customer to borrow up to a predetermined amount to pay for purchases. Okey, kita ada apa ni untuk open end credit ni, kita ada line of maximum credit. Ini yang saya kata tadi, kita ada line of credit given by the whoever issue the credit card. It can be the bank, it can be the credit card company, it can be financial institution. Normally when they issue the card to you, dia akan issue terus dengan line of credit berbanyak. Macam saya, bank instance saya 8,000. Sebab tu dulu Standard Chartered saya diberi 16,000. So you can use the money. Itu dah ada line of credit. Okay. But you don't exceed the line of credit given, or else you notice that it's quite difficult for you to pay back. Okay, credit card, kita ada credit card, department store card, bank credit card, incidental credit. Okay, these are the charges. Kalau you cannot pay the bill in full, when you pay interest and finance charges if you do not pay the bill in full when due. Okay, so dia lah maknanya you have to pay accordingly or else you will be penalized. Okay, so ini credit card ni, okay ni tak payahlah sebabnya saya dia bincang ni dulu tadi. Credit card juga dikenali sebagai plastic card ya. Okay, charge of credit card. There are several charges when you use credit card. Satu adalah annual fee. Annual fee ni usually is waived ni adalah annual fee imposed by the credit card company. tetapi most of the credit card company ataupun bank that issue credit card, normally the fee is already waived except for foreign bank like Hong Kong Bank. If you use Hong Kong Bank credit card, normally the interest charge is the annual fee tu is still there. Ataupun Standard Chartered pun juga ada annual fee charge on you. Okay, and and selain daripada these two foreign bank, government juga charge the user of the card for, tak salah saya, RM50, dan RM1 ni adalah untuk supplementary card, maknanya kad kedua. You will be charged RM70. Okay, so annual fee yang RM50 ni adalah annual fee charged by negara. Walaupun the normal annual fee charged by the company already gone, already waived, tetapi setiap orang still ada annual fee charged by the by negara for the individual. Okay, and then kita juga ada cash charges, cash advance, higher interest rate charge. Okay, saya yang cash advance ni dia hanya berlaku jika you use the card to withdraw money from your ATM machine. Then the transaction fees will start right away. They don't have to wait for end of the month macam tu, tak ada. Normally terus start right away. That's why if you use your credit card to withdraw money from ATM machine, this is actually a very very expensive kind of sources of money that you can get from. Sebab kalau you tak ada duit betul, you memang kena carilah kat mana yang you boleh keluarkan duit. So if you have the the credit card, normally you akan keluar daripada ATM machine. Ataupun late charges, saya kata tadi 1% of total balance for minimum RM5, whichever is higher, up to maximum of RM50. 1% of total balance. Saya nak you all tengok ni, semua ni charges ni, sebab nak you all hadam betul-betul, so that one day bila you decide to use your credit card, decide to get yourself a credit card, then you have to know these are all the charges that will be imposed on you. And definitely ini semua yang you akan buat. Mungkin cash advance ni kurang, tetapi yang ni semua you akan buat. And you tahulah, sebenarnya when you get your card, the cost is very expensive. Sebab dia melibatkan all these charges. So in order to compute the interest charge on credit card, kita ada 4 method yang digunakan. Apa maksud dengan computing interest charge on credit card? Maksudnya ialah you use the card, interest will be charged on you. And this can be seen if you get statement every month. So bila you use credit card, normally you akan dapat credit card statement. Dan dalam statement tu akan nyatakan berapa banyak profit made by the bank. Itu adalah interest charge on you. Okay, and to calculate that, we have 4 method. Yang kita ada apa dikenali sebagai average daily balance method, including current purchases, average daily balance excluding current purchases, previous balance method, and adjusted balance method. Okay, so kita ada empat method ni. Dan kita tengok method yang pertama. Ya, average daily balance method including current purchases. Masuk including ialah termasuk semua purchases yang berlaku tadi. Sorry. Bukan yang ni. Bukan saya terus pergi kepada example ni. Ni. The following credit card statement is for the period 15 March to 14 April 2012. Okay. So you are given this. Ini adalah statement, rupa statement yang you dapat lah dalam credit card you. Okay, diberi tarikh dan diberi apa dia transaction yang berlaku dan jumlah dia. Okay, so kita nampak di situ dia start dengan 15 March. 15 March kita panggil dia sebagai opening date. Bila you buat saja you solve the problem, this consumer credit problem, normally you akan cari apa dia opening date. Opening date tu very important because dia tunjuk di mana berapa balance dia, dan apa ni, saya nak fikir yang March 15 ni, ini adalah opening balance 2,300. Okay. Maksud 2,300 ni adalah ini from previous balance. Maknanya previously when you make payment using your credit card, you haven't paid all in full in that particular month. So now kita ada lagi satu month iaitu from di mana transaction from 15 March to 14 April 2012. Mana we got a new a new credit card, a new credit card statement. So dalam credit card statement ni dia nyatakan you ada lagi jumlah yang you belum bayar adalah RM2,300. But instead of paying this 2,300, while waiting from 15 March to 14 April, you buat several transaction lagi. So what are other transaction referring to? Contohnya March 25th, you went to Tesco Tubanjaya, you make grocery for RM450. And then on March 28th, you went to Shell Shah Alam untuk isi minyak pada RM110. On March 3rd, ni you went to Aeon Subang and then you made another purchase RM1, but on April 8, you start to make payment. Maknanya you bayar kepada bank. Berapa jumlah dia? Sebanyak RM1,000. Sedangkan you sepatutnya bayar RM2,300 tapi you bayar cuma RM1,000 sahaja. Okay. And then April 12, you go to the airport to you boleh tengok di situ untuk payment ni saya nak stress yang from March 25th sampai April 3rd ni, ini semua adalah purchases and purchases increase debt. Okay, dan untuk April 8 ni paymentnya dia reduce debt. And you ingat lah, purchases increase debt, payment reduce debt. And April 12, Asia flight ticket ni, ini increase debt lagi. April 13, beli, let's say lah, kita kata beli prepaid card RM450, DG prepaid card. Also, increase your debt. Okay, ini to know whether it's reducing or increasing debt is important because when you make your calculation, you will know whether you need to add ataupun minus. Sebab mana-mana yang increase your debt bila you buat calculation, you akan campur. Mana yang reducing your debt, contohnya you make payment, you reduce debt, you akan tolak. Alright, so ingat yang tu sebelum kita pergi kepada calculation kita. And we also have information like interest rate is 18%, minimum payment is 5%. Interest rate 18%, ini adalah interest rate per annum. But when you receive your credit card is monthly card, monthly statement. Okay, so because of that, you have to take your 18% divided by 12. Dapat 1.5%. So when you do your calculation, you ambil 1.5%. Bukan pada 18% ya. And minimum payment is 5%. Okay, minimum payment means you don't want to pay in full ataupun you cannot pay in full, but you like to pay, you want to pay every month, but you want to pay at minimal amount. Itu nama minimum amount. Sama ada you pay in full ataupun you pay at minimum amount sebanyak 5% sahaja. Okay, and then okay, so here you are given all the 4 methods. Okay, kita tengok average daily balance including current purchases. Saya cakap ini adalah your preliminary calculation dulu sebelum you actually answer the question given to you. Okay, you kena buat yang ni dulu. Dan normally you akan start dengan opening date. That's why you need to know dalam soalan you kena tahu apa opening date dia dan apa closing date dia. Sebab when you do your calculation, you kena tahu opening 15 of March, but closing dia tak tulis dalam tu tetapi dia tulis dalam soalan tu. Ya, dalam statement dalam soalan tu dia nyatakan the statement received is from 15 March until 14 April. Ya, which means 14 April tu adalah closing date dia. Kenapa kita tak ambil pada 13 April saja? Sebab 13 April tu melibatkan apa dia 15 March adalah opening, 13 because 13 April ni melibatkan another purchase, the last purchase. Okay, iaitu DG kan, sebelum kita close the date. So that's why kita date ni, closing date tu is a separate date. Okay, so now bila kita dah tahu tu, then kita boleh continue lah. So kita akan start dengan opening 15 of March sampai kita nak buat sampai bila? Sampai just before the next transaction takes place. Next transaction adalah sebanyak RM450 pada 25th March. Dan because of that, kita akan ambil opening date dia 15 March sampai 24th March. Atau number of days lipat adalah 10 hari. So how do you get 10 days? 10 days tu adalah from 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Okay, so saya nak you all tengok dah dulu sebenarnya ni apa ni 15 March ni sampai 14 April, tetapi calculation dia ialah 15 sampai 24th. 25th we have another one, and then from 25th sampai 27 sahaja. Why? Sebab 28 kita ada another transaction iaitu Shell, RM410. And then next transaction pada 3rd of April. 3rd of April went to Eon Subanjaya and did more purchases for RM690. Okay, so kalau you do correctly, then you notice that your number of days will be exactly like in a month. Sama ada 31, 30, 28, 29. Tak bolehlah you dapat 32 ke ataupun 27. It means your calculation is wrong here. Okay, and jangan lupa 3,000 here is always okay. kita tengok yang ni pula pada 8. Okay, yang 3rd of April sampai 7 ni ya, kita went to Ion Sumbajaya. Tetapi pada 8, notice tak tadi saya kata when you make your purchases ya, there is a transaction happen here that increase your debt. So because of that kita kena campur. Tapi here on the 8th of April kita start to make payment. Maknanya we reduce our debt. So kita tolak. And then here pada 12th of April kita now campur lagi saya for RM300